this is Mohit and welcome back to Ingenious TechHub channel. So in this video we will discuss what are the main agile ceremonies. Okay, so let's see, we having the mainly four agile ceremonies. So first is your sprint planning, second is your daily stand-up meeting, and third is your sprint review and a sprint retrospective. Okay, so we can see one by one, what is a sprint planning, what is daily stand-up meeting, and a sprint review and a sprint retrospective. Okay, so what is the sprint planning? A sprint planning means the sprint planning ceremony set a team up for the success of ensuring everyone understand the sprint goals and how to achieve them. Okay, the sub point is the product owner bring the product backlog to discuss with development team, and together a scrum team does effort as a story point estimation. So basically we are going to discuss with your product team, and we are also going to discuss about a story point estimation. So we can understand, like I can give you one example. Like I am working in one of the project, right? So I am the one employee, like I am going to attend a sprint planning, right? And how it's going to happen? So basically we have following the agile process. If you if you don't know what is the agile from the basics, so I have already discussed what is the agile process. Okay, so in every project we are going to use some test management tools. We have a Jira, we have a Rally. Okay, so here what going to happen in the sprint planning? So in Jira, or you can just consider we have a Rally. So here the product owner will define, sometimes the product owner and we have a scrum master, they will define the user story. Okay, so we have a one user story here. So just I can give you, this is our user story. Okay, so just I'm going to write here user story 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is your one user story. Got it, right? So in one user story, what is the user story name? Add cart defect, we have add cart. So what is the defect we have? So I'm just going to giving the one defect. We have a add cart defect, like users are not able to delete the product. Okay, this is the defect. So we having the multiple user story, guys. So here we are discussing about of these backlogs. Like we having the user story, I'm just giving one example, 1 2 3 5. So we having the another user story, or we having the another user story, right? So they are going to define, like in this sprint, like they having the 5 user story. Okay, so in this sprint planning, they will plan this backlogs in this sprint, how many backlogs and how many users story we are going to define here. Got it, right? So this is your user story, and we can provide the estimation. Again here you have to ask how to provide the estimation, right? So you can see we have a developer, because all the team members we have here, and they have defined all the user story. Like one dev teams are there, like dev people. This is the one dev guy A. I'm just going to change marker. Okay, so this is the dev guy A. Okay, this dev guy will they will ask you the might be the scrum master will ask them how much time it will take to develop. You will take the time to fix this defect, right? So he has to analyze, right? After this user story, he has to analyze. So what is the analysis and what is the job here for this developer? So this developer job is, so he is going to, I'm going to erase this. Okay, he is going to define here his task. Okay, so first task he will define here, understand the requirement, or requirement understanding. Okay, he will do the analysis of the requirement understanding, what is the actual defect it is. It will go for the description or a screenshot and all. If he is having the any doubt and all, he will connect with the POC who is raised the defect and who is the POC of this defect. Okay, or he will go for the product owner also, but who is the POC of this. So this is the one task for the developer. Another task of the developer is code changes. Just I'm going to also relate, the task, code changes. Okay, so this is here having the code changes. Might be it will here is going to take 2 hours. Okay, understood, right? The code changes is going to take 20 hours. Okay, but you have to give the proper estimate time. You should not give as per your things, right? So you have to give the proper estimate time to complete your task. I will come on that another things. Okay, so now we have a code changes, right? After code changes, they will do unit testing. For unit testing, he will spend 10 hours. Okay, so in the same user story, the others people are also involved. Okay, so here we have a deployment. Okay, so deployment, like we having the 2 hours. Okay, here again we having the tester will come. After deployment, tester will come, right? Tester will test it. So the tester, what the tester will do, tester will also understand the requirement. Understand the requirement. Okay, I'm not writing completely here. So it will take like 30 minutes or 1 hour. Understood, right? Then after that, what it will do, it will define the scenario. Scenario and write a test cases. I'm just writing here. Another task is he will write the test cases, then he will create test data. Okay, test data. Okay, and he will execute test cases. Got it, right? Then after execution of the test cases, okay, if you will find any defect, then again you have to raise the defect to the developer. Okay, it depend upon how we are going to do the testing and how much we have and all, right? It depend upon. If you are doing the same sprint in the automation, or might be automation, we have a different resources for the automation, or just I am considering I am doing everything. Okay, so here develop a script. Okay, then execute a script. Okay, result or execute. In a script execution, you are executing local plus Jenkins. Analyze the report. Got it, right? So here you can see 20 hours, 22 hours, 32 hours, 34 hours, half an hours. Here I will take 1 hours. No, it will take more time. 2 hours I am going to take. Here I am going to take 3 hours. Here I am going to take 2 hours. Okay, here I am going to take a text execution. I have to write 4 hours. Okay, develop the script, I will take 8 hours. Okay, execution I will take 8 hours. Okay, develop the script, I am writing just 4 hours. Okay, execution and writing, analyzing the report 1 hours. So this estimation you have to provide for each user story. Got it, right? So here accordingly we can estimate, because if you are experienced then you will get the idea, the estimation. If you will go for the complete hours, whatever we have a complete hours, like I'm just taking this is your 40 hours for one user story. Got it right? So we having the 2-week sprint and we having the 4-week sprint. It depend upon your project how we have. This is your sprint planning. We are going to discuss estimating each user story and how many user story they are going to define in this, like a sprint. We have a sprint 21 sprint is there, right? Sub point we have already discussed here. We have a daily stand-up meeting, right? So this user story we have a 2-week sprint, okay, right? So whatever you are doing daily, right, you have to give the status, right? So we have a daily stand-up meeting, okay. In the daily stand-up meeting, bring the team together and set everyone up for the day. The team uses this time to identify the blockers and share the plan for the day. If you have any blocker, like you are facing any issue, you are stuck somewhere, these are the blocker we have to share with our team or your scrum master, your manager. Means we should not stuck over there in our work. And you have to also tell what you have done tomorrow and what you are going to do today. So this is we are going to discuss in your daily stand up in this duration, right? This work when you are going to do, we are going to we are going to here give the proper status. Any blockers are there, we are going to discuss. Then we having the sprint review. So this user story is completed. Got it right? So here requirement analysis is done, okay. You can update in your rally, we having the define a status, we having the in progress status, we having the complete status. Now this is completed, this is completed, this is completed, this is completed, everything is completed, okay. So once your user story will done, then we have a some review. Might be this review is happen with your internal team, right? Your lead is going to review, or your manager is going to review, and sometime directly we can review with client, okay. But we can do some internal review. So whatever we have done, this is the proper, like as per the requirement we have completed or not. That is called a sprint review. So every user story when it will complete, we have a one review. The sprint review is the time to showcase the teams to completed works and gather the feedback from the stakeholder. Okay, so here we can do the internal review, and this review we can share with our stakeholder and we can take the feedback, okay. These stakeholders are given some feedback or given some comment, then we have to again work on that. If he is satisfied, if we have a bit good feedback, we can close sprint retrospective. So a sprint retrospective, what basically we are going to do. So in this is the final scrum ceremony. You look back on the work you have just done and identify way you do things and better next time. Actually we are going to do some analysis here. Analysis means what things went wrong and what we have to improve in our next sprint. Okay, so this is the one meeting we are going to conduct when everything your user story is completed and all, and we are how to improve ourselves in the next sprint and all we are going to discuss. So that's all guys in this video. If you will like this video, please share and subscribe my channel and press bell icon. So I am trying to explore real time, real time how we are going to work in company. If you are a manual tester, if you are automation tester, you are going to switch from one profile to another profile. So this thing the people doesn't know, the bookie things and all, theory and all, but this how we are going to work in the real time. You can explain the same thing in your roles and responsibility. If you are a developer, you can add this point. If you are a manual tester or if you are automation tester, so you can add this point also in your roles and responsibility. So So again, thank you so much. If you are new in the channel, please subscribe my channel, press bell icon to get new video notification. Bye bye.